Hey, this is gospelmusicians.com and we are coming at you. All right, so what I got set up here, I got my motif, and I can switch between MIDI and USB. When it's playing the USB, it's going to be playing the plugin. When it's switched to MIDI, it's going to be playing the module. You know how I always do. I got to let you know that you'll be purchasing the exact same thing as the module. So I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison between the module and the real thing. All right, so here we go. We're going to do piano 1. Here's piano 1. This is actually the module. Now, here we go on the actual plugin. Remember, the difference in sounding would be because the velocities are different. Here's the module. So basically, when you see this move, you know I'm playing this. So it's... So basically, when you see the plugin moving, you know I'm playing the plugin, and when... All right, now here's the module. A little louder, but that's just a velocity thing. And let me turn the module down a little bit. All right, let me now. Here's the module. So let me. Now here's the plugin. All right, now here's piano 2. Here's the mod. That's exactly like. Here's the plugin. Different velocities, that's all. So let me play at the same velocity. Here's the... Here's the... See that little velocity there? It's because of the velocity. So let me turn it up. Kick up the... That's what makes it sound the same. You know what I mean? So, let's do piano 3. Piano 3. Yes, then... Turn this up a little bit just so we can get the same levels. See? All right, so let's get to the harpsichord. Now, the harps aren't going to sound exactly like, because I didn't spend that much time on the harps because I got limited resources. I don't want to just overload stuff to stuff you're not going to use. You may use the harp sometime, so here we go. Here we go. All right. The clav. Here's the clav on the MKS. Here's on the little too loud. Make sure the volume levels. Because sometimes when the level is louder on one, you think one sounds better because it's louder, and it's not necessarily the case. All right. Let me try. Here we go. It opens up a little less. So let me. Back to it. Same one. Same one. All right. So let's go to the vibraphone. And we're going to do the vibraphone with the chorus. All right. Vibraphone with the chorus. Vibraphone with the chorus. All right. So let's turn this on. Spend some time on that. So now here's the MKS. Make sure that the main things were exactly like. Remember, when you don't see those, when you don't see this moving, you know I'm playing the MKS. When you see it moving, you know I'm playing the plug-in. Right now I'm playing the MKS. Now here's the module. Now here's the... That's exactly alike right there. All right, here's the big test. EP1 chorus. EP1 chorus. All right, here's the MKS. Woo, that's warm. That's gonna be hard to. And here's mine. Woo, exactly. Here's the MKS. Here's the plug-in. That's exactly, guys. That's exactly right. All right, here's the EP2, the final one, the one you love the most. EP2 chorus. Here's the MKS. All right, here's the module. I mean the plug-in. A little too loud. Now, not as loud enough. Remember, same chorus, buddy. Here's the module. Let's play the same. Let's play the same. All right, now module. That's MIDI, and this. Once again, when you see that moving, that's why you know I'm playing the plug-in. That's it. That's why it took me so long to come out with this. Different iterations, because it has to sound exactly like. So, Jamal Hartwell, Gospel Musicians, coming at you. Head-to-head comparison between the original MKS module and the plugin. And it's identical. I give it a 90. If I was grading it, I give you a 98.9%. It's pretty darn close. So, Gospel Musicians coming at you. Head-to-head comparison. MKSensation with the MKS-20 piano module. Emulation. Contact 5. Player. All right.